Hi, Mike here with WaiverFile. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can get started with text messaging. If you log into your dashboard, you'll see a text messaging link on the left. And when you select that, there's a page to get started with the demo. And on this page, there's a form where you can get started using a demo to see how it works. First and foremost, more and more customers are turning to text messaging for communication. So by leveraging SMS, businesses can take advantage of a great way to reach customers. You'll see some basic statistics here, which are up to date as of this recording. 98% of adults in the US own a mobile phone. 90% of text messages are read and responded to within 3 minutes. And basically that means it's coming down to communicating via text versus via email. You're just getting through and getting your message seen a lot better. SMS has a 19% click-through rate versus 4% in email or 1% on Facebook. So again, it's just a very visible way, a very good way to communicate with your customers. So we're going to step through the demo and I'll show you a few different things you can do and types of messages you can send. The first thing you're going to want to do is put in your business phone number. And then what you're going to do is put in your own personal cell phone number. And the reason for this is during the demo, we don't want to actually send out text blasts or anything. For the demo, just to show you how it works, any text that it sends, it's going to send it to you. That way you can see how it works. So once you have that entered, go ahead and click on Start Texting. Now the next screen that comes up is an opt-in configuration. When people sign up for text messaging, you have to display a privacy policy and terms of use. You're welcome to use the standard one that we have here, or you can swap this out for another one. If you have a policy on your own website, you can change that later and link to that instead. For now, I'll just keep the standard one and save and continue. Now the next step is to schedule an automatic text message. There's a few different ways you can send text messages automatically with WaiverFile. The first is after signing a waiver. Let's go ahead and do one to see how that works. And what you're going to do is choose how many minutes after someone signs a waiver. So for our sample, let's say that we want to thank someone for signing and then give them our physical location. You could put your address in there so that way they sign the waiver at home, they know how to get to your location. So we'll enter in our text message here and you'll see it gives you a preview on the right. Let's say we want to customize this and personalize this a little bit more. One thing we can add is the person's name by using custom field. You'll see that some of the data that you collected on the waiver form that they signed is here. So let's say we want to put their first name in, it'll add a code like this, and we can make it say hello. The other thing that's important to always put on, at least on your first message, is the unsubscribe line. And essentially what that does is tells them to reply stop to unsubscribe. So anytime someone texts back the word stop, it's going to automatically opt them out. All right, and let's say we want to send that right after signing, so I'll just leave this set to 0, and we'll go ahead and click activate. So now our message is active. So let's go sign a waiver to see how it works. I'll jump over to the signature area. Go to general admission. I'm just going to pick the sample waiver form here and just fill it out. And here's where I'm going to enter my mobile number. I'm just going to enter a sample one. Now in order to opt in, I have to check the box to opt into SMS alerts. And if I want to review the messaging policy, I can click here and it displays it in a pop-up. And I'll just fill out the rest of the form. Sign my waiver and submit. So on the side of the screen, you can see I got the text message and it's been customized with my name. Let's say a customer wants to respond to this text and ask what your hours are. When that message goes through, you're going to see a little notification on the top right. And when you click on that, you'll see that there's a sample incoming message. And when you click that, this is what an incoming text message will look like. And if you click on View Details, it shows you in this screen so you can see it. All right, so what other kind of automatic messages can we make? Let's go create another one. So we're going to go to Text Messaging, Automatic Messages, and we'll make a new one. Another option is before or after an event. If we select that, we can choose to send at a certain time either before or after an event starts or ends, so whatever you need it to do. And you can make it send automatically for all events, or you can manually choose it. And if you do this, when you create the event, it will give you a choice if you want to use this text message or not. For now, I'll just leave it on all. And like before, we can put a custom message. So in this example, let's say after someone's event is over, we want to ask them for a review. Now what you can do is just basically put a link to wherever someone can give you a review. You'll send that here. Again, maybe we'll add the unsubscribe line in there. And let's say we want to make it maybe 90 minutes after the event ends. That way, after their event is over, they get a text message thanking them for joining and asking for a review. And again, we can activate that. Another option for an automatic message is based on birthday. And these can be a very powerful marketing tool because what you can do is you can target it similar to the other ones. You can send someone a message on their birthday, whether it be the signee's birthday or a participant's birthday, which is children's birthday. So if you host children's birthday parties and you're collecting the participants' birthdays, you can send text messages out, let's say 30 days before the child's birthday, with a promotion or a link to encourage them to sign up for a birthday party at your location. We have a lot of clients using this, and it's a very powerful tool. And the last option here is check-in. And essentially, just like after signing, this happens either after the person is first checked in, or after every check-in, or after everyone is checked in from a particular event. And the check-ins will happen either via the dashboard by checking off people's names like this, or if you use the Waiver Scan app, it does the same thing. When you scan someone's QR code for entry, it marks them as checked in, and in turn can then trigger a text message to send either right away or with some delay. The next thing we'll go over is the subscriber list. For everyone who signs a waiver and opts in, it builds it into a mailing list. And so here you can see you have all subscribers. If you've collected phone numbers and have permission to send text messages to those numbers, you can go to Import Contacts, and this will accept an Excel sheet, and you can import more numbers that didn't necessarily come from WaiverFile. As long as you have permission to actually send text messages to those numbers, you can import them here. Once we have subscribers, then we can create campaigns. Go ahead and click on New Campaign. And what you can do here is create a text message blast that will go out to a large group, and you can schedule it to go out at a certain time. We'll give our campaign a name, which is an internal name just for us to keep track of it. Then we'll choose who we're sending it to. So we'll just send it to all subscribers for this. This is where you create your promotion. You can put a link in here, or just instructions for how to call or your phone number. As before, you can use custom fields to customize those messages. Once you have your message ready, you click Next. And then you're going to choose when to send it. So you can either send it right now, or you can select a date and time in the future in order to send it. All right, so back in the subscriber list, let's say we want to create a segment. We can create a new segment. Let's say we only want to send to a group of people who have children under 10 years old. So let's create a segment. We're going to call it under 10. And then what we're going to do is add a filter. And with the filters, you can choose from any of the custom fields that are on your form, and you can make rules on it. So what we're going to do is go into standard fields, and we're going to go down and look for participant age. And we're going to say is less than 10. When we click Save, what that's going to do is it's going to create a subset list of subscribers who have children who are under 10. And now when we go to create a campaign, you'll see we can now select that segment and use it to send a targeted mailing. Once you're ready to move ahead and start actually using text messaging for real, go ahead and click on Upgrade to Full Plan. There's an application process here. In order to send text messages in the United States, you have to create a business profile. Basically, in order to stop spam, the cell phone carriers have a process in place where everyone who wants to send text messages needs to go through and provide information about their business and what type of messages they're going to be sending. It's basically a simple application process. Just fill out the form, step through all the steps, and submit it. And once that's complete, it'll be processed. And once your campaign is approved, you can start actually sending text messages. If you have questions or need support or want to get more information about how to use WaiverFile and text messaging and make the most of it, please feel free to contact us at waiverfile.com or at info@waiverfile.com. Thanks and have a great day.